AFC Win Totals, back with another win total video for you guys. If you haven't been watching my previous two videos, AFC North and the AFC East Win Totals, check it out. It's on my channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. I'll be putting out videos every Thursday for UFC and every Saturday/Sunday for the NFL. NFL is around the corner, so you don't want to miss that. Last year, regular season, 70% return on investment on all plays. Playoffs were 4-3. However, Super Bowl 5-0 all plays with props and on side. So great season last year. You don't want to miss this year. AFC West Win Totals. The Super Bowl champs are in this division, the Kansas City Chiefs. They headline this division and are the heavy favorites to win it at -390. Now call me crazy, but KSC winning this division is almost a sure thing, like a 99.9%. Only reason I say almost and only 99.9 is maybe Mahomes gets hurt, right? Maybe Mahomes gets hurt, they get some injuries. And then Broncos or Chargers sneak up and steal the division. However, like I said, it's such a low chance. That's why I don't mind this line. You know, I don't mind laying on a future. One game, never. I would never lay money on one game, you know, -300 or -250, -200. I wouldn't do that. But when it's a future, your odds are so much better. Right? You got the 16 games to play through. Right? Not one game. Anything can happen in one game. Right? I would shop around for a better line. You can get it better than 390. Shop around. You know, I'm not going to go and say, oh yeah, lay the 390, you know, lay the 350, whatever you can get it at. Because it is the obvious here. And I'm not going to suggest, okay, yeah, lay the 390. It's a great investment because you are losing a lot if you lose it. However, I think it's free money, right? So if you do put an investment and risk is 390, you're going to lose, you know, a lot of juice. You know, let's say, for example, you're trying to just do one unit. You're risking 390 to win $100. Smart? No. Is this going to happen? Yes. So it's up to you. If you have the bankroll, right? If you have the bankroll to invest into something like this and not worry about possibly, I say possibly very very casually, but possibly losing 390 to win 100 or whatever you're betting, right? Then, hey, go for it, right? I wouldn't suggest it if you're betting small, then there's no point. But if you're betting large units, then, you know, minus 390 for something almost that's for sure. I wouldn't say no or call you crazy. Let's start with the Chiefs, Super Bowl champion Chiefs. 11.5 is the line. Over is -125. 2019 record, 12-4 regular season record. They really picked it up in the playoffs. 2020 strength of schedule. It's 500 win percentage, 18th toughest in the NFL. Let's take a look at their schedule here. Tough opening game versus the Texans, which they should win. Week 3 versus Baltimore. That's going to be a fun one, guys. Not just because I'm a Baltimore fan, but we know these are the two top teams in the AFC. So that's going to be a fun one. Could go either way. And it is possibly the AFC Championship preview, right? So if you look at their first 8 games here, they should go 7-1. All right, 7-1, possibly 6-2. I say 7-1 on the first portion of their schedule. And their second half, it's even easier than their first half. So, yeah, that's a little preview at their schedule if you haven't already looked at it. Like I said, it is the 18th toughest, so it's not that hard of a schedule. 500 win percentage. You know, some teams got better, some teams got worse, so it is hard to judge sometimes on that from last year's, but that's what it is here. Let's take a look at their draft. Draft C+, just because, you know, there's not that many picks to look at. I do like their first round running back selection with Edwards-Helaire. I think he does fit them well. You know, he wouldn't be great for every team, but I think he fits his team well. Great for their system. Personally, not in love with the rest of their draft. I think they needed a better cornerback, a higher drafted cornerback. But they did wait until round 7 to grab one. So we'll see how that does affect them here. So yeah, C plus just because not many picks, and I think they should have got to address it a cornerback a lot earlier. Some key additions. Important franchise tag on Chris Jones. Happy and glad to see they got that done. Cornerback Antonio Hamilton. They re-signed Demarcus Robinson. Sign also Damian Williams, and then running back DeAndre Washington. So brought a lot of running backs in along with Helaire, so they are deep at that position. But they did lose a lot of guys, starting with some running backs, McCoy and Ware. That's why they did re-sign and bring in those running backs. Stefan Wisniewski, Super Bowl starting left guard. Cameron Irving, defensive end Emmanuel Ogba. Linebacker Darren Lee, linebacker Reggie Ragland, cornerback Maurice Claiborne, quarterback Kendall Fuller. He was a Super Bowl starting cornerback. So they did lose some depth here, guys. Had a couple starters as well. But I think they did enough on the re-signing front for them to be okay. And, not huge names that they lost, but a lot of guys, a lot of depth they did lose there. I'm going to be on the over 11.5, guys. Like I said, I don't think they got worse, right? I think they stayed around the same. Maybe Helaire comes in and gives them a big boost at running back, but we'll see. Last year, 12 wins. I think they stay around that number, right? I think they get back to winning 12, possibly 13, just due to their schedule that's, does favor them. So I will have an investment on KC and the over win total of 11.5. Let's get into the LA Chargers. LA Chargers, not the San Diego Chargers. 8 wins, that's at minus 110. 2019 record, 5-11. 5-11. Big disappointment too, 5-11. A lot of people thought they were going to win, 9-10 games. 2020 strength of schedule. We are at .492, a point of win percentage, 23rd toughest in the league. So easy schedule for the most part. Let's take a look at their schedule. Like I said, one of the easiest ones, which makes me unsure about this win total. Opening versus the Bengals, and they should get a win there. And then a loss versus KC. Couple tough back-to-back games versus Tampa and New Orleans. Rest of October, November is fairly kind to the Chargers, but ends tough. So it's an up and down schedule. Like I said, 23rd toughest, which makes it not a tough schedule. And this will favor the Chargers. Draft, let's take a look at the draft here. C+. I personally wasn't high on Herbert. He could prove me wrong, but I didn't love the guy. I would have loved to see the Chargers trade up for Tua. Right? Trade up to Tua, even maybe to the Bengals spot. But yeah, I just have to see, wait and see with Herbert. He's not going to step in and start right away. That always gives me questions. Your 6th overall pick, quarterback of the future, Herbert. You're not going to start him. It's going to be Taylor. And not many picks in this draft. However, I do obviously love Kenneth Murray. They did have two first round selections. And I think there was some value with Kelly in the 4th round. But just because there's not that many draft picks, personally wasn't high on Herbert. I give him a C+. Let's look at some key additions. They did re-sign Eckler. Big addition. I do love Chris Harris, cornerback. He'll provide some... Obviously, he'll start and he'll provide them with some veteran experience with a nice signing there. Franchise tag, Hunter Henry. I don't love that. Good tight end. He does have promise. He just never really got it going. Had some injuries. Defensive tackle, Linval Joseph. Offensive guard, Trey Turner. And offensive tackle, Brian Bullock. Bulaga. Yeah, a couple good depth signings there, some losses, and it is Phillip Rivers, who I never thought I would see leave this team. Running back Melvin Gordon, fullback Derek Watt, wide receiver Travis Benjamin, offensive guard Mike Schofield, offensive tackle Russell Akuga, defensive tackle Brandon Medane, and linebacker Jatavius Brown, and so on and so on. Lots of guys they lost this season, lots of depth. Not a lot of changes in LA. I don't blame lots of changes in LA, and I don't blame them at all. I think it would be weird. I think it's going to be very weird seeing a Chargers team without Rivers. Tyrod Taylor should open up the season, start. Will they bring in Herbert if he struggles? Possibly. But that's going to be interesting to see. Lots of changes over there, which makes me hesitant on my pick here. But I'll be on the under. I'm going to be on the under here. It could push at 8. I see them winning maybe 6 or 7 games. I don't see how they really improve much. Right? They did obviously get Harris, which is a nice signing. But I just don't see them. I don't love Taylor. We know how Taylor is. You know, he's been all over the place. But I just don't see them getting over 8 wins, guys. If it pushes at 8. But I see 6 or 7 wins. Due to that schedule, they could get maybe 8. I don't see them getting 9 wins, though. So I am going to be on an investment on the under 8. Get to the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos, interesting team here. 7.5 win total, minus 110. 2019 record 7-9. 7-9 2019 record. 2020 strength of schedule. 12th toughest in the league. 0.52 opponent win percentage. I like this team this season, guys, but a bit worried about their schedule. First 3 weeks. Titans, Steelers, and Bucks. Yikes. Eases up a bit with the Jets, Pats, and Dolphins, but not loving their schedule, which is making me a bit iffy on this total. However, I do like what Denver is doing. Let's look at their draft. I give them around a B minus. I like Judy. I like him as a wide receiver. He should be able to help right away. Pairing with Sutton. That's a nice 1-2 combo. They added Hamler as well. As another wide receiver who should be able to provide depth right away. Locke is the winner here, right? Locke is the winner. They provided him with weapons, followed by some nice third round picks here. I like Crucianberry as a center. He should be able to step in right away as well. And then lots of picks for the Broncos who can help this team quickly. Some key additions. Melvin Gordon, I like them taking I like Denver taking a chance on him to, slot in. And now they have a nice, deep running back core. AJ Bouye, good signing as well. Defensive tackle Darrell Casey, offensive guard Graham Glasnow, and they also re-signed Shelby Harris. A couple key losses. Flacco, I think that's a good thing. Connor McGovern, Derek Wolfe, they'll miss him a bit. Cornerback, obviously Chris Harris, big loss for them. Safety Will Parks, and offensive guard Ronald Larry. I like another year of Locke. I think he will even be better. Looked great last season to end the year. Another few weapons for him on offense. Great core of backs, I think, with Gordon. It could be up there in the top of the league. Gordon, Lindsey, Freeman. It's depth there, guys. I lean the over 7.5. I haven't put an investment as of yet. I think they could finish 8-8, possibly 9-7. However, due to their schedule, which I don't love, I'm a little hesitant to put an investment on it yet. I haven't as yet, but I do lean the over 7.5. We are ending here with the Las Vegas Raiders, not the Oakland Raiders. It's hard to remember that, but the Las Vegas Raiders, 7.5 win total, minus 110. 2019 record 7-9. 7-9. 2020 strength of schedule. 0.496 opponent win percentage. 21st toughest in the league. I think this schedule is tougher than the 21st, to be honest. Let's take a look. No easy first 4 games. They could start 1-3, 0-4, and that's followed by the Chiefs, Bucks, Browns, and Chargers. I think it's a tough first, eight games here. No easy games in their first part of the schedule. If you look at the rest, I personally don't see the 21st toughest schedule. I think it is a tough schedule for the Raiders. Let's look at their draft. I give them about a B. I like the added weapon for Carr with Henry Ruggs and the speed. Arnett was a bit of a reach. However, a lot of coaches are high on the guy. So maybe they will prove a lot of people and skeptics wrong that 19 was a reach. They didn't need a corner, though, right? They didn't need that corner. Bowden can play the slot and running back position, so I do like him as another weapon for Carr. He should be able to do multiple things on that offense. Some key additions, Nelson Aguilar, more help for Carr. Defensive tackle Malik Collins, safety Jeff Heath, safety Demarius Randall. Marriott, I think, should be a solid backup. Maybe a change of scenery would help him. And then Witten will be some good veteran experience in that locker room. Some key losses, Burfict, linebacker, Tahir Whitehead, safety Carl Joseph, and cornerback Darrell Worley. So they did lose some depth there. My pick here, though, it is a tough one. I think their schedule is harder than the percentage is showing, like I mentioned. I could see them finishing 8-8, again 7-9. So it is tough. I will lean the under 7.5, though. I don't have an investment yet. So I do think the one thing I do think they do benefit playing in Las Vegas, right? Like they always say, teams don't focus as much coming in there as visitors, so that does benefit them, I think. So it could push to the over, maybe 8-8. But I'm not going to be on it. I think another season also with the running back as well. I think he will even be better this season. Another, Gruden under the belt, another season with their team. It's tough to say. I say stay off it, guys. I am leaning the under, but it's not a strong investment, and I haven't put an investment on it yet. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. Please share the video around. Investments it's good to get into the investments in mid-August. They could move, it could go up, could go down, whatever side you're on. Please share this. Please like the video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It does help me out. I enjoy putting these videos, but I do need the backing from you guys, so please back the videos. Please share, like, and subscribe. Like I always say, guys, bet smart and know your limits. Take care.